Right then, lads and lasses, how we're doing, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. In today's daily news video, we'll start off with something I don't really want to talk about, but all over my social medias, YouTube, when I'm doing my live streams on my videos, TikTok, Instagram, I've been getting questions and I've been getting asked, is Anthony Gordon going to Liverpool? To put it long story short, no, nothing credible has came out to actually suggest Anthony Gordon would move to Liverpool. However, we do have some news from Fabrizio Romano via his YouTube channel that Liverpool are interested and have internally discussed Anthony Gordon at the club. That's all it is really. There's nothing too important and there's nothing to suggest why Anthony Gordon would go to Liverpool. However, we will touch upon it because it is Newcastle United news, but more importantly and more positively, we have an update on Malick Thiaw. We've got news that Howe has actually spoken about the player in an interview when being questioned on the German defender, and we'll have other news that AC Milan have just signed a centre-back. So without further ado, if you do enjoy the video, please do smash the thumbs up button. As you all know, it really does help the channel, and let me know down below, can you see Anthony Gordon leaving Newcastle United this summer? I'll answer that for you very quickly. No. Without further ado, let's get into it. So like I said, we will start off with the Anthony Gordon news. Nothing too much to touch upon, like I did say. But anyways, it's great to have you back on the daily news videos, lads and lasses. If you haven't already, subscribe for all Newcastle United content. And of course, turn the bell on so you're never late for an upload on Anthony Gordon. It's been reported by Fabrizio Romano via his YouTube channel that Liverpool have an internal appreciation for Newcastle United winger Anthony Gordon. The Merseyside club have held several talks about transfer targets with Anthony Gordon being highly rated. As of right now, as of the time of recording, no official bid has been placed by Liverpool, although other reports actually suggesting Liverpool made a move and a bid for Anthony Gordon. Now, if I was you, because so many people have been getting scaremonged, what I would like to say, you know, kind of getting into the thought that Anthony Gordon is going to Liverpool, it's not going to happen. The scare and the intimidation of financial fair play / PSR is now out of the window, and Newcastle United are under no pressure to sell Anthony Gordon. The lad got 10 goals and 10 assists last season. I don't think we'll want to sell him. He's undoubtedly one of the best players at the club. And if I'm going to be honest, do you remember when this whole financial fair play thing first came to light last season? It was said that Newcastle United would have to sell one star player who would have been Alexander Isak, Bruno Guimaraes or Sven Botman. If I'm going to be quite truthful, Anthony Gordon is on par with them players now, although he already might have been. It just wasn't ingrained in our head to sell Anthony Gordon. He's certainly as important to the team, like we've already said, 10 goals, 10 assists, 4 penalties won, the most won in the Premier League last season, but that's not what I love Anthony Gordon for. Maybe the person that he is, the actual role model that he is becoming. If you haven't seen the news, by the way, you might have seen the actual news that unfortunately there was a mass stabbing over in Southport. I don't really like to get too much into them things, but there's actually been a GoFundMe set up by the victims' families of that stabbing, and Anthony Gordon has donated £10,000. This guy is an absolute credit to the club. I love Anthony Gordon for absolutely everything. The footballer that he is, the work rate that he puts in, and the role model that he's becoming, and actually, you know, showing that off for Newcastle United. But there we have it. Anthony Gordon is not going to Liverpool. Finally moving on to more positive news, as an update is on Malick Thiaw. We've got news that AC Milan have announced the €18 million signing of Serbian centre-back Strahinja Pavlovic. We'll touch upon that in just a second, exactly why I'm mentioning that. But what you might have heard at the start of the video, Howe was asked in a press conference while away in Japan, is there any update on a man who's been really heavily linked with Newcastle United, Malick Thiaw? Howe replied with exactly this: no, there's no update on that. I'm always reluctant to comment, but he is a player that I know, and of course, from the games that we played against Malick Thiaw and AC Milan in the Champions League, yeah, he is a very good player. He's put it long story short there, hasn't he, Eddie? Always with them subtle and very discreet replies. Like Eddie said himself, he is always very discreet when talking about a player. I think it's pretty much just out of respect for the club that he's actually contracted to. You do have to be quite respectful in them sort of places. But the fact that he's went into a little bit of further detail that we've watched him in the Champions League, that he likes him. I know it's basically nothing, but just the fact that discreet Eddie Howe has went into a little bit more information could suggest that there's something there. But anyways, back onto the main topic. AC Milan have signed a centre-back who was that Serbian, Strahovla Pavlovic or something like that. If we take a look at Milano's centre-backs right now, centre-back options, they have 6 senior centre-backs at the club, not to mention they have Theo Hernandez and David Calabria, who also played centre-back last season due to the Italian club's injury crisis. They have 8 players who can play as a centre-back. Why do they want to sign another one, or why have they signed another player? This very much so suggests to me personally that they will be expecting to lose a centre-back. For Kayo Tomori, he's getting on a little bit, although he is basically in his prime. 26 years old. Malick Thiaw, even if he wasn't going to come to Newcastle United, he looks like the more sellable centre-back there, and he's been very heavily linked to Newcastle, so you never know. It could mean the tiniest thing that this move will actually come to light now. We've had reports in the past that Newcastle and AC Milan are 10 million euros away from agreeing a deal. Now that Milan have got their replacement centre-back, could this deal finally get some life kicked into it? But there we have it, lads and lasses. That is today's daily news video, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. So without further ado, if you did enjoy the video, smash the likes up button, and of course, subscribe if you are new for all Newcastle United content. And let me know down below, would you like to see Newcastle United get their signings in the next week or so, or would you like us to be patient and get the right players in? It's been a big talking point at the moment. Without further ado, I've been Josh. Go and enjoy your day, people.